Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Bets. I am the Brofect one, AJ. With me, as always, is my co-host Noah. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Brofect one, Noah at N_Engelbretson. And however you're listening, however you're watching, we do appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. It does help us fight against those algorithms, those dirty bastards, dude. Let me tell you. Just the worst fucking people, dude. It's almost like an ASU fan, man. Just annoying as hell and
They're
can't get rid of them.
still out to get us.
Still, yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing, no. And I don't know what to do, man, at this point. Like, I've thrown everything at the walls, but you know what? We're going to keep it going. And one day we will kill those bastards and we'll be on top.
And I even sent them some
Noah.
tasteful nudes. I thought things would change. Thought they'd enjoy that.
You know, for some reason, I don't think YouTube's algorithms and like compliance shit would like that. And for our listeners listening on Spotify and everything, I don't know if Spotify gives a shit about pictures and stuff, but I don't know. Let's not try to piss anyone off today, Noah. We're off to a great start so far. Week 3, college football is here, Noah. And let me tell you, I love this board almost as much as I love the first board, but I love this one for a bunch of different reasons. What are your early thoughts this week? What are you looking at? And do you have any games that just off the top of your head, like you look at this, I gotta throw money on this. This is the winner. Let's go. What do you think?
I just want to start out by saying I saw a fact that the top 4 teams in 1998 are a combined 2-6 so far this season. Can you take a shot? Guess what those top 4 teams were in 1998.
1998. All right. So going back to the 80s. Let's see. Miami.
98. That's not the 80s, dude.
Oh, 98. I thought you said 88.
Yeah. No, 1998.
98. Gotcha. Okay, 98. Let's go. I'll still throw Miami in there. Give me Auburn. Give me give me Ohio.
I told you these teams are a 2-6 combined record so far this season. Yes, Ohio State is. They were one of them. Ohio State.
Okay, Ohio State was one.
Yeah, Tennessee with
Tennessee.
Tennessee, who won the national championship. Rocky Top feels like 98. Florida State and good old Arizona were rounding out the top 4. All 4 teams lost at home last week. Combined 2-6 record. Like I said, Florida State obviously bad loss on the Hail Mary play at the end of the game. Jacksonville State taking them down. Us getting blown out at home by San Diego State. Ohio State losing to Oregon at home, and I don't even know who the fuck Tennessee played, and I don't care.
Yeah, who gives a shit about the Volunteers until they actually start producing any point. U of A, dude, just so
that's your fun fact. That is your fun fact of the week.
Well, thank you, and thank you for Noah's fun fact of the week. You can go ahead and take that to your water cooler, and I'm sure someone will be fascinated by that as I am here today. Seriously, U of A was actually in the top 5 in 98.
Yeah, we finished the season ranked number 4.
No shit. I never would have guessed that. I thought we were always bad at football. Huh?
If the college football playoff was around, we would have been there. No, dude, we were wreaking havoc in the 90s. We had the Desert Swarm defense. I mean, we were ranked number 1 at some point in the 90s. I don't know, but we had those menacing defenses like in the 90s. So
shit. Well, the more you know. I had no idea, and I'm an alumni from the school, so that's great for me. With that being said, I mean, we're obviously not going to talk about the U of A game this week because they're playing NAU, and who gives a shit? They're probably going to find a way to throw it out. I was extremely disappointed.
Nope. We're going to end our losing streak at 714 days.
714 with a win over NAU, you think?
Yep. It'll be our one win of the season.
Well, U of A money line. Noah just gave you the first pick of the show. Lock it in, and you're good to go.
It's terrible
But
payout, but who cares?
terrible. Oh man, it's got to be like plus what 1,200 or I mean minus 1,200 or some shit like that. That's
Yeah,
oof.
maybe. Probably not that
Well,
bad, but
anyway, besides apparently for you U of A being a no-brainer, one game that's definitely a no-brainer for me is dude Coastal. Coastal's just gonna keep covering like a motherfucker until they decide not to cover. It's a beautiful thing. They're playing at Buffalo. They're a 12.5 point favorite, minus 540, 57.5 over under. Dude, give me the 12.5 all day long. I mean, it's simple as that. That's just kind of my no-brainer of the week. Don't need any stats. Don't need anything to back it up or anything. But yeah, give me Coastal.
dude, I love that. I mean, ride that coastal train.
Hell yeah.
Keep in mind they're only in their ninth season. This is only the ninth season of their football program, and
That's
second in a
insane.
row in the rankings. This school is insane. I don't know what their athletic director is doing, but like, give me some of that. Like, fire Dave Heek and bring in whoever Coastal's athletic director is, because I'm just imagining I don't even know if they have a basketball program, but if they don't, they're probably going to establish one here soon, and then they're going to go on some Sweet 16 like Cinderella run, because that's just what Coastal does. They won a baseball national championship 5 6
Hell
years
yeah.
ago. Unfortunately, over Arizona. I'm done bringing up done bringing up bad
All of
Arizona
our
things.
losses, Noah, we get it. U of A is not good at sports right now. We are rebuilding. We are trying something.
Well, that one just worked. That one just worked itself right in there. But yeah, give me anything and everything Coastal, man. I love
Yeah.
what's going on with all the athletics at this school. Super hype. Um, fuck it. Maybe I'll apply for grad school and go to Coastal Carolina. That sounds like some fun.
Hey, man. Go spend a couple years there, get your master's, and get that Coastal Carolina experience and witness what a winning college football team is like and how it is at that school in the fall.
Also, I think my favorite thing about Coastal Carolina is that their mascot is a Chanticleer, which
Oh,
is
hell yeah.
essentially a fancier gamecock, which they did directly to spite the University of South Carolina. They
Well,
just
you
said,
heard
we're
their
going to
story,
one
right?
up your mascot.
You heard their story, right? Like they were a part of that school, and then they separated, and then the big middle finger. Here we go with the Chanticleer, and then how you doing? Keep it moving. We're gonna just keep winning football games. It's awesome, awesome.
Yeah, they're like,
Big fan of it.
we're going to have the same mascot as you, but better. We're just going to do you,
Way
but
better.
better.
Oh, way better. Not even close.
And their football
Um,
team's probably better. Their football team could probably beat them anyways. So I love that pick.
dude,
Let's go. Let's
dude,
ride the
yeah,
Chanticleers, baby.
hell yeah. We're gonna ride that train until it rolls off the tracks and they lose epically, like 35-0 or some shit like that. Um, So besides that, though, another game that I know you and I are both interested in, Cincinnati at Indiana. This is an interesting game, I think, and a game that honestly I was a little bit cautious at when I was looking at the board today. But the more and more I look at it, ah, I don't know, Noah. What do you think about this game? What are your thoughts, and which way are you leaning? And what do you? I mean, do you have any picks for this?
Yeah. Cincinnati is one of the couple teams I'm putting on upset watch this week.
Whoo!
So give me the points on Indiana. I've got it at 4. I might take that up to 4.5. Um, maybe even 5. I don't know. I'll probably buy a little cushion in there. But give me the points and then sprinkle a little bit of Indiana money line on there for me. Playing at home, Indiana
Ooh.
is a good team off to a rough start this year. And Cincinnati, although they are ranked 8th, um, they're not a Power 5 school. Not that there's anything wrong with that,
No.
but I think Indiana and Cincinnati, this game will prove that um, these non-power schools don't typically belong in the top 10. I have no problem with Cincinnati like being right outside at like 12 or 14, but I think being number 8, you know, literally being ranked like one ahead of Ohio State.
Yeah.
You're telling me Cincinnati's better than Ohio State? Like,
Yes. Well, hold on.
come on, rank,
Hold on
come on,
there.
rankings committee.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. The fact that some of these teams are still even in the top 10 is kind of a disgrace. This committee is all bullshit, dude. I'm so tired of it already. But we'll abide by what they say, and then we'll be getting lines like this where we get a an underdog who should probably be the favorite if Cincinnati wasn't ranked. And yeah, man, I'm leaning there with you. Points in the money line. I'm probably just gonna go money line and pray for a more exciting game. But yeah, dude, Indy does seem like the pick this week for um against Cincinnati. Yeah, this Cincinnati team is definitely not one of those top 10 schools.
I mean, they're ranked in the top 10, but I don't think they have the talent. They don't have top 10 talent. So not to say that they can't win this game. I'm by no means like saying Indiana's a lock, but I do like Indiana to win this. And I like them
Yeah,
even more to
absolutely.
cover.
Yeah, not my lock of the week whatsoever, but still a good pick in my opinion. Um, Another game, Noah. This game, I'm staying away from. I don't like these two teams. I don't like their how they play. I know you're a fan of this. I'm talking about Virginia Tech, West Virginia. Virginia Tech being +3, um, West Virginia -3 favorite. Excuse me, money line. Virginia Tech +125, West Virginia -145. What are you thinking here, Noah? Because this just screams trap game to me. Either way I go, I feel like I'm gonna get screwed.
Yeah, I probably won't be going like too heavy, but you're giving me Virginia Tech at plus odds. I'm taking it.
Fair.
Um, took them at plus odds week one when they played North Carolina. Granted, that was at home. This one's on the road. West Virginia not an easy place to go play, but um, West Virginia football always seems to get the bad end of every single break. So my bold prediction for this one is watch there be a big bullshit play that goes in favor of Virginia Tech, whether that's a call by the refs or just a weird bounce, some weird. There's going to be some sort of weird play that benefits Virginia Tech, like a turnover, touchdown, or something, and that's gonna be the difference maker in this game. So like I said, plus odds, give me Virginia Tech. I'm not thinking twice about it.
Fair enough, man. Yeah, I can see why you go West Virginia on this as long as there's not too many of those bullshit calls like you've been saying. And hey, man, these refs in college football, they've been throwing flags targeting left, right, center. They're handing them out like candy, bro. They have no problem ejecting these young men and making a point. So we'll see if that becomes a factor in this game. Now, this is a game that I do like, but I think I'm going against you on this. So I can't wait to hear you call me an idiot again. I'm talking about Nebraska, Oklahoma. Nebraska getting 22 points. Oklahoma, a 22-point favorite. You've got the money line. Nebraska plus 950. Oklahoma minus 1750. Noah, I have a rule in college football. Over 20 points, you go with the dog. Give me Nebraska plus 22. Simple as that. I know they're a bad team. I don't think they're as bad that they can't cover 22 points. I do think Oklahoma's definitely going to win this game, but I do think it's going to be by multiple touchdowns. I just don't think it'll be by more than 3.
I fully disagree.
Why?
Oklahoma, obviously, very close call game. They could have lost week one against Tulane. Probably would have lost if it was in New Orleans.
Yeah.
They came back and won 76-0 last week.
So what?
And proved why they are a heavy favorite to win the Big 12. Not that winning the Big 12 is that much to brag about nowadays, but man, I mean, Scott Frost has not brought Nebraska back. I mean, you saw how Nebraska looked week one against Illinois.
Yes.
Just atrocious. And then Illinois turns around week two and like gets their shit rocked. So, I mean, I don't think Nebraska's good. I don't even think they're like okay. They're bad. Nebraska's bad. They're a bad Power Five team. Oklahoma's a top 10 team, deservedly, and they're going to beat down on them like they should. I could easily see this being a 30-40 point game.
Ooh.
So give me Oklahoma minus 22. Not even thinking about it. This is one of my locks of the week. I love Oklahoma to cover that 22. if I'm being more conservative and throwing a bunch on it, like I probably will, I'll probably buy it down to 20 and a half. So I'll probably buy a point and a half there. Probably be around minus 130, 140.
So you don't like 22? You don't like that number? Why don't you just take it at that number? Why would you buy it down? If you think it's going to be a beatdown,
Well,
just leave it at 22.
I'll probably take some on 22. I'll probably spread the wealth though. I'll probably throw the most on um 20 and a half and some on 22, and then I might even buy it up to 23 and a half for a little bit to
All right.
get a little plus odds in there. Might even buy
Hey,
it to
man.
20. Hey, I'll tell you this much. I will go up to 27 and a half for a little bit of it just because I am that confident that they're going to cover. Not the whole bet, just a sprinkle a little 27 and a half on there for me.
All right, Noah, I'll take that sprinkle. That's a good little sprinkle there for you. I'm a fan of it. All right, if you're that confident, good enough. I still think 22 is a lot of points. Give me the 22 in Nebraska. Um, Now, we haven't talked much about this game, you and I, off air, and so I'm very interested to hear your thoughts behind it. Michigan State versus the U. You got Michigan State +6, Miami -6. Money line, Michigan State +185, -225 for the U. What are you thinking, man? Because I kind of like the dog, bro.
Yeah, I don't think Miami deserves to be in the rankings, and I don't think they will be after this week. They've fallen to 24. Regardless of win or loss, I think if Michigan State keeps this a one-score game, even, I think Miami will get leapfrogged enough that they'll fall out of the rankings. I mean, week one they got embarrassed by Alabama, and I say that with the context that losing to Alabama is not a bad thing. Losing by 2 or 3 touchdowns to Alabama is not a bad thing. But they were ranked 14 coming into the season, and Alabama made them look like a JV football team. And then last week they barely beat App State, who I love App State, by the way. That was my lock. I think that was my lock of the week last week.
Yes, sir.
Was App State to cover 9.5.
Yep.
Love App State, so I'm not discounting this performance. I do think App State's a good football team, but they almost lost to App State. They could very well be 0-2 right now. I do think they will be 1-2 at the end of the week. I like a lot of dogs this week, AJ. I'm just now realizing I picked a lot of dogs. But this is another one where at 5.5, 6 points, I'll probably put the bulk of it on points to cover and then sprinkle a couple cherries on top on the money line for Michigan State.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Love the +6, love the money line. Gonna sprinkle a bunch on both. Yeah, I think it's cut and dry. Miami is not the team that they should be. It's not the team that they probably think they are, which is disappointing because I love a good Miami team. I love when they bring the turnover chain out and everything like that. It's a lot of fun. But with that being said, this team isn't showing up. Simple as that. So yeah, Michigan State all day. And by the way, since we were talking about locks, I just wanted to mention that I put it on a shirt and it happened, people. Iowa money line was too easy from the start.
Oh, and they killed Iowa State too, man. That was
Murder.
That was great. Murder as she wrote.
It was. Really.
And they were a dog too, huh? Weren't they? They're
Yes,
a couple
sir.
point underdog.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I know we were both pretty heavy on that one. So
yeah, you just look at that game and it was like, what the hell? Why is anyone betting on Iowa State? But here we are. Okay, I know, and we're talking about dogs, how much we love underdogs. This is another underdog. Dude, I love looking at it from all angles. I'm talking Minnesota, Colorado. Minnesota 3-point dog against Colorado. Money line at +120. Dude, Minnesota. I'm liking this team. I'm liking the way they're turning out. This Colorado team, don't get me wrong, I think they're strong, but I think that Minnesota's faced better competition in the last couple weeks and has still shown up and shown out and shown to be a really good football team. And with that being said, dude, I'm all on them. Give me the money line. I'm not even going to take the points. +3, not worth it. Give me Minnesota money line on this.
I'm in a tough position on this one, if I'm being honest. Minnesota in the second half against Miami of Ohio last week. I was at that game. They put up 0 points and 15 yards. Miami of Ohio got 14 points. Minnesota had 15 yards in the second half. They still won the game by 5. I was big on them to cover the 17 and a half. That obviously didn't happen. Looked great at halftime.
Great.
I have big doubts about Minnesota's offensive coordinator and the play calling. It's super conservative, just super run heavy. Not that there's anything wrong with the run heavy, but like the conservativeness of it. The fact that they got 15 yards in a whole half of football, that makes me real nervous. And Colorado coming off a great showing. Granted, Texas A&M's quarterback, their starter got injured. They came back late. Won that game, 10-7.
Yeah.
Really like fucking that. Boring game. I kind of like Colorado in this. Ooh. And for that reason, I'm betting Minnesota money line.
Hell yeah, man. Minnesota, let's row the fucking boat, dude. I am all about Minnesota. Give it to me.
I am so like convinced in my own mind that Minnesota is just gonna flop and get blown out that I have to bet them.
Yeah.
It's just one of those that I've like my ideal betting range is when I'm about like 60 to 85% confident on the outcome of a game, right? Okay. When I start getting above 90% that something's going to happen, not including like money line favorites, if I'm betting spread or betting on an underdog. When I get that like confident and I'm like 95% of me wants to bet on Colorado, so I know I need to bet on Minnesota.
I love it, dude. I love it. I'm all about it, honestly.
It makes total sense. I'm fading myself here. That's what I'm doing. I'm just fading myself.
Fade yourself.
So my pick is Colorado, money line and to cover. I will be betting on Minnesota.
Sounds good to me, bud. Sounds good to me. Dude, let's just keep on the underdogs. I want to talk about Purdue, Notre Dame. Purdue getting 7 points, plus 230 money line, bro. I think this is another one. Simple as that. Give me Purdue and the points, please, and thank you. This Notre Dame team is bad.
Notre Dame hates to cover. I will say it over and over and over and over and over again. I will scream it from a mountaintop. Notre Dame hates to cover. They will still win this game. This is what they always do, because they only lose like 1 to 2 games a year. They will beat Purdue, but Purdue's going to cover the 7 points. It'll be by like 3 or 4 points. It's going to come down to the wire. I said this week 1 when they were playing Florida State. Obviously, Florida State fucking sucks. But I said Florida State will cover, Notre Dame will win the game. What happened? Florida State covered, Notre Dame won the game. Who'd they play last week?
Slipping my head.
I can't think off the top of my head. I'll look this up real quick.
I don't remember. It was.
I mean, they fell 2 spots in the rankings, or a couple spots or something. I don't know. Oh, they played Toledo. And I said it last week too. I even got it written down here in my notes. If I can find it, maybe not. I don't know. What was Toledo? What was the spread?
Oh, it was too big.
Yeah, it was like 17 and a half or something.
Yeah.
And I said Toledo would cover. 3-point game. And I said the same thing. So that's 2 weeks in a row I've said Notre Dame will win, but they won't cover. This is the 3rd week. It's going to happen again. It's a foregone conclusion. They might actually end up losing one of these games at some point. I don't know, but I wish I could parlay them to win, but like not cover. I suppose I could take like one of those bets where you take the gives you like a range of points, like Notre Dame 1 to 6 points. That's a money bet. Take that. Take that to the bank. Notre Dame to win by 1-6.
They do hate to cover, dude. They really do, and I love watching it. I
But they
love
like to
seeing
win.
it.
But they like to win.
Yeah,
They just hate to cover. They just love to
they're
play
the
these really, really, really close one-score games down
yeah
to the
they're the
wire.
Chiefs. Yeah, they're the Chiefs of the college football world. They love to win. They hate to cover. Simple as that. Um,
I'd hate to be a Notre Dame fan, man. You literally like chewing your nails down to their beds, having a
oh,
fucking heart attack every single week because that's what
oh,
Notre Dame will
imagine
do to
being a
you.
Notre Dame better, bro. Like they win every game, which is great, but they never fucking cover. You would think eventually they would learn not to bet on the spread for them, but yeah, we'll see what
Well, that's
happens
why if
this
you're
weekend, I
that's
guess.
why that's why if you're smart, you don't bet on the spread. You just you bet against them on the spread every single time,
Yeah, and you hope they win.
or
um,
just bet on them to win by 1-6 points every single week.
every
Every
single
single
time.
week.
Simple as that.
Never fails. Never fails. Hasn't failed yet. We're 2-0 this year already on Notre Dame not covering but also winning.
Yeah, I'm about it, dude. Yeah, let's go. All day, Purdue to cover. That's both of us right there. Simple as that. Now, another dog I like a lot to cover, dude. South Carolina, Georgia. South Carolina plus 31.5 points against Georgia. They are plus 2,500 money line. Um, this Georgia team is a good team. They got a good defense going there, but this offense, I need to see a little bit more before I'm convinced that they can cover over a 20-point spread whatsoever. So yeah, dude, I'm going South Carolina and the points all day.
I agree. 31.5 is too aggressive. I don't think South Carolina's not good, but they're not like
No.
terrible. Uh, I think they'll find a way to cover 31.5.
Yeah.
I'm not really thinking twice about this one. I'm just not really diving deep or analyzing this one. Just 31.5 for an SEC matchup. Too much unless it's Alabama.
Way too much. Yeah, unless it's Alabama. This is Alabama. That's a completely different story. Completely different story. Before we get to Bama, though, I do want to cover Virginia, UNC. This is another one, dude. The line opened at 9. It moved down. Virginia plus 7.5. Money line plus 250.